Hi, I'm Karen Thaxton with Live the Pickleball Life. I am so excited about this paddle. I have to tell you, it is my soulmate paddle. It's the Poach Infinity, the newest update from Engage, and I am absolutely crazy about all the cool technology that has gone into this paddle. So let me tell you all about it. If you've watched some of my videos before, you probably understand that I had a big battle with tendonitis in my right arm, my playing arm, that also impacted the forearm muscle. And it took about 9 months to get me back playing with my right arm full time. In the meantime, I was attempting to play with my left arm. I'm really particular about the paddles that I play with now. So I wanted to tell you about this one because I'm absolutely crazy about it. And you'll see me kind of glancing off to the side. There's a lot of cool features in this paddle, and I don't want to forget to tell you about any of them. So if you see me glancing over, that's what I'm doing. I'm checking my list over there. I am totally amazed at the continual progression when it comes to gear technology in pickleball. It is absolutely phenomenal, and what used to be just ordinary paddles that every manufacturer had now are becoming quite specific. By the way, you'll see this little yellow band in the red band. I added that to the paddle. It doesn't come that way, so just don't pay attention to that. It has the Engage black core, which several of the other paddles also have. This is one of the softest cores on the market, and it really helps with control and with power without blowing your arm out. It's softer than any other paddle that I played with. Well, I have other Engage paddles that I've played with that have the black core, so besides those, it's softer. But let's bust a couple of myths here while we're at it. The other thing about this paddle that's extremely special is it has 6-layer skin that causes the ball to stay on the paddle longer, so that gives you more control. So you've got the power and you've got the control in the same paddle. Now, usually if you go shopping for a paddle, you'll see the same one, and one of them will say power and the other one will say control. Well, you don't have to choose when it comes to this one because you get both of them with the Engage Poach Infinity. Now, contrary to popular belief, you do not have to have a sandpapery rough surface on a paddle to get a lot of control and spin off of the paddle. And the Engage Poach Infinity has omnidirectional friction, which is super cool. Let me see if I can, yeah, can you see that when I tilt it to the light? It's almost like a grid that they have. You can see darker spots and lighter spots and whatnot. That's because the friction goes all over the paddle and it's built in. I've had paddles before that felt rough and sandpapery when I bought them, and then, you know, a month or 6 weeks later, the sweet spot doesn't feel rough and sandpapery anymore because it all wore off. Well, this isn't going to wear off because it's built into the skin. So this also helps reduce vibration at the source, because when the ball hits, it's dispersed throughout the paddle skin, and of course then it's going to travel downward, but you get all of this really cool technology in this paddle. So you've got the thin core, which gives you the paddle, which gives you the power, excuse me, but that soft thin core to give you power also needs a little bit of extra support from the handle. So you're gonna see how this attaches a little bit differently. If I can line it up, you see how this sort of curves in, and it's supposed to do that. That's the way that they put the handle on the paddle so that it would do its job and support that thinner core. So you get the great feel, the great pop, you get the vibration dampening technology, you get the power, you get the control, you get all the cool stuff. And as if that wasn't enough, on all my other paddles, I pretty much had to add weight to the bottom portion of the paddle. I didn't want to add it to the top because that's going to slow the paddle down when you're in volley battles and whatnot. But Engage has fixed that problem, so I don't have to do that anymore because of the counterweight feature in here. And it is balanced toward the bottom of the paddle instead of having it all the way around up top. And there's two reasons for that. It will help reduce the chance of you getting tennis elbow, and it gives you fast hands at the net because you're swinging the paddle. You don't have to worry about all the weight up here. It's easier on your arm when you've got the weight closer to the handle. So absolutely phenomenal. And then one other feature that I want to tell you about is the variable flex technology. And you can't see it with your eye, but when the ball hits this paddle, it gives ever so slightly. So when it does that, it allows the sweet spot to be a little bit larger than normal. You don't have to nail it right in the center of the target in order to get it where you want it to go. It's a very forgiving paddle. And as if that wasn't enough, it plays like a paddle that wasn't built with vibration dampening technology. The ones I've played with before, they just didn't hit like a regular paddle did. It seemed like they were muted or muffled, or the words I want to use. I had one paddle that was not a vibration dampening paddle that I absolutely love to play with, but oh my gosh, it would just tear my arm up. It would hurt so bad, and eventually I ended up selling that paddle because I just couldn't take it anymore. And this one plays like that awesome paddle, but it doesn't tear my arm up, so it's absolutely phenomenal. This is one cutting edge paddle, I will tell you that, and I have absolutely loved playing with it. So as of the moment I picked it up, it became my very favorite, especially because it has vibration dampening properties, and Engage is doing such amazing work advancing the technological aspects of the paddle, and I'm excited to see what's going to come next. If you are interested in the brand new Engage Poach Infinity, this is the newest update that has just come out. Then I'm going to leave you some links below. But in the meantime, let me take you out to the courts and show you a little bit of what this can do.
Yeah.